New guys. Hey guys, how you doing tonight? My name's Matt Graham.
I'm David.
And we're gonna kind of piggyback off the video that we did yesterday because we didn't explain anything. We didn't even say what our names were because
No.
at the times our names were different. But we're gonna take this opportunity to make a new video because we're gonna only be able to make these videos about every 3 months, depending on how we get to when we get to hang out. But we wanted to kind of have an origin story and go back to the video that we talked about when David was more self-righteous than me or something.
That's not what I said.
Oh, what'd you say?
I just said that they wanted you to be more righteous.
Well, anyway, so we're gonna touch bases on that and kind of tell stories about how we met and what's happened, between them 30 years and stuff like that. Not that anybody cares, but if we talk about you in this video, we're gonna tag you on Facebook. If you want your tag removed, just block us.
Where are we going to start?
Well, I remember when I was a young man in high school days, and I was in track and cross country back when I was skinnier. I was getting into trouble, doing bad things. I don't know, like what high school. Look, this guy's already bored. So anyway, so my parents.
What did you run?
What
In track.
I didn't run track around cross country.
What did you run?
I ran in Nikes.
Were you fast?
I don't know. I just ran and ran. I was like Forrest. I just kept running.
I never knew that about you.
So anyway, that's why they put us together, because I used to run, and David supposedly was Mr. Long distance runner guy, and he was the preacher kid up from Red Bluff. And
I still have the school record in Red Bluff.
what happened is they tried to pair us up because he would be a good influence on us, and look at where that's got us now. So anyway, that was like
It worked.
30 something years ago, past or whatever. So I want to talk about when I first met David. It was at a church camp in Northern California called Strawberry Valley, or something like that. Shenanigan Flats, yeah, that. And I just remember this dude thought he was too cool for school, so I just sat back and watched the train wreck happen. There was like all these girls. He was the famous guy on campus, at the church campus. He was, the most popular preacher kid around. He introduced me to all his lady friends. One of them's my wife now. That's a long story. We'll tell that story some other day. So this is supposed to be intended to be funny. So while he's trying to be cool, go ahead, take over.
All I remember is playing basketball all day, and it was like 108 degrees, and then I passed out at dinner time. But I faked it just to get attention from a girl.
Right.
Name we won't mention.
Right. A lot of names won't be mentioned in these videos, but we're going to just, kind of talk about some things that's happened in our, every time we go to a church camp or a state youth rally or something like that.
I would like to talk about Match.com. There was a time when I signed up for Match.com, and I thought, I'm desperate to find the right woman. And
I don't even know what to say about that.
No, I answered every question correctly and honestly. And it was brutally honest, and it was terrible. Some of the answers were horrific. But then I put it all in and said, okay, click this button and we'll tell you how many people you have a match with within 30 miles of you.
And then what happened?
I clicked it, and I had 0 matches. So it said, how about within 100 miles of you? And I clicked it, and I had 0 matches. So I searched the state of California, 0 matches. And then I thought, I even changed, like nationalities. And I put the whole United States, and I had 0 matches. And that's because my wife wasn't on Match.com.
This isn't the time to kiss butt.
Go ahead.
Since he brought it up, and it was one of the topics that I wanted to talk about, when we got a little older, Dave moved down to the desert from Red Bluff or wherever he came from, and he was a man on the prowl. Back in those days, I used to play the trumpet. I played the trumpet since I was 3rd grade, and I remember that he needed me. He hired me for free. Yes.
I would like to do a product evaluation. So we have this video system that we're using. I don't know what it's called. Do you know?
No, we're pros. We don't
Vlog.
have to know this stuff.
Some blog thing or.
We don't have to know any
Anyway,
of
it
this.
took 18 hours to upload the video. 18 hours. That is not acceptable. This is 2017.
All right, at this time, you can already tell
We can't even talk about current events.
we don't even know. Yeah, there's no current events. Anyways, so I wanted Dave to talk about a couple of the things that's happened in his rebellious lifetime, and then we can tag everybody with these stories. So there's a story that I'm gonna allow Dave to talk about ditching a cop. Tell us about
Okay,
that.
so we went to a state youth rally in Whittier.
You're not reading it. Look at the camera.
Was it Whittier? La Habra? I don't know. Somewhere down there. And my dad let me drive our car to Denny's. And he told me, son, if you wreck this car or get a ticket, you might as well not come home. I said, of course I won't wreck it. So Kimberlyn, Parsons at the time.
Yeah.
Kimberlyn Studi now.
Hey.
Hey, Kim. She was following me in her Volkswagen Rabbit. I think David Schoolin was with me. I don't know who was with her. And Daniel Westbrook was driving behind her. And we were all driving to Denny's, and there was a left turn lane. And the left turn arrow turned green, and I realized we were on the wrong street, so I went straight through the red light. And so did they. And then I noticed as we got to the other side, there was a cop facing us, and he turned his lights on. And so, of course, I had to ditch him. But what's funny about this story is nobody behind me knew that there was a cop chasing us. So the first right turn, I turned right, and then I hear Kim turning right, like squealing her tires, and then you hear Daniel Westbrook squealing his truck. Then we're going through cul-de-sacs, and I flip around, I turn the lights off. Kim pulls up, what's going on? And I said, it's a cop. And she flipped around real quick, and then here comes Daniel Westbrook real slow. What's going on, guys? Like they thought I was just trying to ditch them. And about that time, the cop goes blowing by the end of the cul-de-sac. And I thought we were busted. So he pulls around, parks Daniel, and then the cop comes by the bottom of the cul-de-sac real slow and turns his lights off. Anyway, we made Daniel go out first, and then Kim went out second. Then I went out the opposite direction. And nobody got caught, but they were bad influences on me. That's the moral of the story. Go ahead. It's your turn to talk about something.
Well, I don't have anything to talk about. Well, there is one thing. Down in the desert where I live in La Quinta, it just ended up that there was a lot of young men who used to attend the same church. And
This could be a problem.
I remember that Rob Manley, remember that guy? He said, hey, there's this cool golf course we can go to in the middle of the night, and we could probably play some hide-and-go tackle. And we just got to do some climbing. So we climbed over some mountains and stuff like that to get into the golf course. We won't say where it is, La Quinta. But anyways, and once we got there, there was probably a good 20 kids there. 20, well, sort of
Jason
almost
Gaylor.
grown men. Scott.
Was he there?
I don't know.
I think he was. I don't know.
I don't know
Sean
who was there either.
Sean was
So
there.
there was a lot of kids. And anyways, so what happens is you go hide, and then there's a couple. Well, you tell it. I can't
Well, there's
remember.
3 people that hide. I was one of them. And then like 9 people that were trying to catch us. And it's pitch black. So you're running through a golf course, and the ground's there, and then suddenly the ground's not there, and you go tumbling down the hill or,
All right.
Anyway, so I'm hiding, and they finally catch me. And I'm being converged on. Matt's chasing me. I think Jason was chasing me. I don't know who else. Anyway, then what happened?
And so, he always used to think that he was faster than me. So that night we were going to bring that to a close. And I was catching on him real quick. And this guy cheats like he does at everything else, like he cheated at Clue last night. And so this guy jumps into the lake. Yeah, the golf course lake to get away from me. Not realizing that it's only 2 feet deep. And it's got stinky fish in there.
It was like 5 feet deep or 6 feet.
It was 3 feet deep, dude. We were small then.
It was 8 foot deep, I think.
Anyways, so he won. I didn't catch him.
I did win again.
And that's the end of that.
So let's talk about our wives for a minute. What's your wife's name?
Trisha.
Okay. Well, let's just talk about your wife.
Let's don't talk about my wife.
I'm just curious. You know, you guys are an interesting couple.
Hey, well, thanks.
What is one parenting strategy that you have found to work?
Oh, really? That's a good question. Well, I found out that at an early age, the more sugar you give them, the more well-behaved they are. That's the opposite of what you've been taught. Because you know what? They sugar comatose and they pass out and go to sleep.
What goes up must come down.
Right.
Right. So you just overdo it.
Yeah.
What's Elizabeth's favorite sugar?
All of it.
All of it?
She loves sugar. Soda, candy bars, Sour Patch Kids, all those.
All right, so I'm upset about the Cowboy game. They lost tonight. I won my fantasy football league, but I'm sick about the game tonight. So.
Yeah, that's why this video is not as funny as the one last night, because he's all grumpy.
It's time to cancel Christmas. So I'd like to thank all those that came to our in-house studio.
Yeah.
And appreciate all those people that are listening. It might be our last one.
Yeah, it probably is our last one.
So what would you like to ask us?
Yeah.
Let's take a message from our online audience.
Who do you got there? Okay. Hey, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Don't forget, we're still pros.
Jason Gaylor sent us a message.
Oh yeah? What's it say?
It says, I was not at the golf course. All right. Maybe next time. We're not always right.
That's true, but we're still pros.